Chưa?
Dạ vâng.
Được chưa? Cháu cho to. Được chưa? Đây. Trời ơi, gì? Được chưa? Được chưa?
Bác ơi bác, cháu xin phép hôm nay cháu nghỉ trước 9 giờ ấy ạ, để cháu chuẩn bị cháu. Dạ vâng. Vâng. Ok.
Okay, so just like usual, can you please introduce yourself, please?
Of course. My full name is Nguyễn Nam Khánh. My first name is Khánh, and my last name is Nguyễn. I'm 16 years old. First, let's talk about medication. When I was 6 years old, from 2013, study. I was study at Little Get Primary School, and I was 10 when I was 10 years old. I moved on to secondary school, and I graduated in 2021, and from 2021 to 2024 I was a student Little High School. And next, let's talk about my hobbies. My hobbies is playing sport like football, basketball, and badminton. uh, but sometimes I play basketball with my friends when someone invited me. And my favorite food is traditional Vietnamese food like spring roll, and I like fried dishes like fried chickens or fried chicken wings. And finally, let's talk about my family. My family has 5 people, including by my parents, my 2 younger sisters, and finally it's me. My father's name is Nguyễn Xuân Phùng. He's 45 years old. Now he's a businessman. He's tall and handsome, but just a bit fat. My mother's name is Lady Ha. She's 44 years old, and now she's a homemaker. With my 2 younger sisters, one is 6 years old. Now she's uh, now she's studying at Little Girl Primary School, and her name is Nguyễn Thảo Nguyên. And one is 13 years old. Now she study at Secondary School. Her name is Nguyễn Hà Phương, and now all of my family are living and working in Ngọc Thị, Long Biên District, Hà Nội. How about you?
Okay, so real quick, my full name is Khanh Tu, which is type flowers because my grandma really loved flower. It is the hortensia flower, or we usually call it the hydrangeas. So I am 14 years old. I'm in grade 9 of Blackburn Secondary School. Before I also studied in Windsor Primary School, but I have graduated from it and now I can study in secondary school. And this is my last year in this school. And next year will graduate from it and take an admission test to the high school. So my family has 4 members, include me, my sister, my dad, and my mom. So uh, I have a hobby of reading, listening to music, like are really things that most people would do. And I share this interest with my sister. She also loves swimming like me. She's an engineering girl, which is 10 years old, and now she's studying Windsor Primary School. The next year she will go to my school, but at that time I already graduated from it, so it's kind of sad because we cannot study in the same school anymore. Um, she has a different hobby that I haven't had. She loved making crafts, especially paper craft model of anime and other characters that she liked. She also making things like a headband or origami so that she can kind of become that character or so. My dad is a builder, and his most of his construction is about competition and kind of uh, buildings and for education, like school or factory for industry. My mom is a homemaker, but actually before she is an accountant, but she has to stay at home to treat her illnesses. But now she can go work again. But she said with me that she didn't want to go because she wanted to like kind of help me to this year so that I can kind of put my mind into study and concentrate on it so I can have a good result in the admission test. And the next year after I kind of get into the high school, she will work and let me study alone again. Okay, so real quick today, what question did I have with you? Let's see. So let's talk about. Do you want to ask me first? Do you want to ask me first, or I will ask
Okay.
you?
Yeah, I think I will ask you first. Uh, so, mm, the first topic I want to ask you is about family and friends. Do you spend much time with your family?
Oh, I kind of now this time usually I was really busy studying, so like I go outside a lot. I didn't come home except for evening and the noon because I have to go at home and kind of read or and eat lunch and dinner. And then I have time to kind of spend on study and doing all the things that my teacher asked for. So I didn't have much time to spend with my family. Even on Sunday, I need to study English mostly. So usually I don't have much time to communicate with my family and also play with them. But I kind of talk with them in lunch and dinner. But I don't think that is like a lot of time, just 1 hour or so.
Yeah, so that's all.
Yeah.
So, who are you closest to in your family?
Uh, what? Can you please repeat your question, please?
Who are you closest to in
Uh,
your family?
I think is my sister. Usually, we don't have any generation gap here. Usually I cannot have the same meaning or the same kind of thinking like my dad or mom because they are grow up. But I can kind of become a child and play with my sister as she was my only sister. The reason she was born because that my mom think that I was too lonely. No one played with me when I was a child. And then when I was 4 years old, since I was in a kindergarten, my mom then said with me that I have a baby in my tummy, and I see that you is so lonely. So why don't you play with this baby? And then with sudden how in the next like 9 months and 10 days, a baby come out and she played with me. I didn't know about this because I usually play alone. But when she was born, at first I don't have time to play with her much because we have to kind of apply a new a new books a new books for every and a new method of learning. So we have a lot of things to do. We have kind of more there is more homework than the other years. So I was the kind of the first experiments of that teaching method. so I have a lot of homework. I kind of have to stay awake and all night to finish all of them, while my mom and my dad go away. But my sister kind of, I don't know if she, because she a baby or not, but she can stay up kind of, she sleep, and then in the midnight while I'm studying, she like just wake up and look at me. It kind of creepy at that time, but time by time I have much more time in summer. I play with her a lot because I cannot go out very much. The one that I communicate a lot is my sister. I share a lot ideas with my sister. I don't know. It's like we in a kind of enemies, and we have a lot of secrets that we haven't told mom or dad yet.
Mm, mm. So, do you prefer spending time with your family or friends?
Spending I don't know with my family. It kind of based on my mood, I think, and I can spend much time with like everybody, both my friends and both my families. But my family is with my sister. Mostly is with my sister. I can spend time kind of to help moms and doing other works for her, but I don't know if and kind of I can spend time reading books with dad, playing with my sister. My friends, I likely kind of to talk with them, communicate with friends and find out what news today, like kind of dramas in school and studying things and materials to kind of admission. But now the time I spend at school is much more than at home. But so I think that spend much more time with my friends. But I would prefer to spend time with both of them because I don't know, they are the same kind of people that I love the most.
So, who is your best friend at school?
Um, I don't know. I didn't kind of play kind of really close with anyone at school. Like kind of they go everywhere with me, but since yeah, in primary school I didn't play with anyone. Like I didn't play with anyone because I think at that time it was like crazy. I just take the kind of the uh I just drink milk from and then go around school like walking, wandering around school, and I don't play with anyone. I don't run or doing anything. Just walk around and kind of uh, looking at everyone, and it's kind of creepy. And then on secondary, I have played with my mm, in grade 8. I find out my best friend. She actually a friend that I studied with her in primary, but we didn't talk too much until in grade 8. I kind of have some, I don't know. I sit next to her, and then we find out we have a lot of, you know, the same things. Even though I have studied with her 8 years, but I don't know what is our same things until she sat next to me. So at that time, I have my best friend, and then a lot. We go together. We read books together. Our our favorite likely the same thing, the things that connect us together, that we have a kind of a really great interest in reading manga and comics and BL too. um Also we I found out when another best friend. This girl is the girl I like the most. I don't know, I don't know because she was nice, because like everyone in the class love her very much. She like a Buddha that alive. I don't know. So I sit next to her with my cousin at school this year, and I play with her in class playing. And then after that, I go play with my best friend. So I have two best friends. I think is that they are really beautiful, kind of really beautiful, and I love both of them because they spend time with me and give me the most useful advice.
Mm. So, are you still friends with people from your childhood?
I don't know. In my childhood, I don't have any friend. Really, I play alone. But I think I still, yeah, the girl that I stay with you that I learned with her from primary, at that time I still be a friend with her, like a normal friend in class. We didn't have any. I kind of find out we have a lot of common at that time. So then she also now she also studied with me, and we are best friends. We studied together for likely more than like nearly 10 years now. From the kindergarten, but I cannot remember there's she was in my class. I don't know her because my memory at that time is not really good. So I've been friends with her for like more than 10 years. I don't think is that called childhood friends or not, but it was great. I still study with her and she was really nice.
Okay, so next I want to ask you about your hobbies. What is your hobby?
My hobby is reading, listening to music, and swimming. And each of these hobbies is based on the weather. If it's kind of hot, I would go swimming. Yeah, at that time I really love swimming. If it was cold, I prefer to kind of read books and because cold and I still have to go to school, I kind of likely to read books more than listening to music. And in the spring, when my mood is like kind of really reach its peak, I would love to listen to music because it bring me some kind of it. It is really innovative when I listening to music. I change a lot of things. I don't know.
Hmm. So, uh, what equipment do you need for it? Just one hobby.
I think is reading maybe because I don't really kind of spend much time to listen to music. And listen to music is things that most people do, but I really love reading. I kind of obsessed with it. I kind of, if you give me a books, whether it is kind of student books or it is a dictionary or it is kind of this it just be books or things that I can read. I kind of spend time reading it and understand what things it is talking about. And I really love reading books. Since I was in grade two, my mom has started to buy me magazines every week at school so I can read it. And now I have a bunch of it, more than 100 books with more than, I don't know. I know there's a lot of magazine in my house. I don't know how much it is. Maybe it kind of, if I count it, it may be more than. I buy it through 5 years. I buy it 5 years. And in each year, how many weeks there are? There are how many kind of five times the weeks in a year equal the magazine that I have. So I think it's about more than 100 magazine in my house now.
Do you think hobbies should be shared with other people?
So hobby is the things that connect people together, and if we have the same interest in something, we can be a friends and kind of can be a best friend. And especially share a common hobby can make you have a partner in that, and you can kind of develop that hobby into kind of uh, like your co-partner. It's kind of great to have someone to share with because you don't feel lonely. No one will think that you is kind of creepy because you have a kind of a hobby that no one wants to share with. And if people share with your hobbies, mean that it was really interest and you have some common and you can be friends together. And living in a world, the things we hate the most is loneliness. And what we want is some friends and someone to talk to about a topic or maybe a hobby. So having a same hobby can encourage that to happen. And also second, uh, having a share hobby with somebody, you can kind of have more experience. If that people take up that like take up that hobbies like longer than you. They will know more and you can kind of take from the experience about doing skills in that hobbies. And it was kind of great to do that because you can spend more time with hobbies when you were together with somebody and in a condition that a lot of people are doing it, you will feel like you're doing the things that's right. You will try harder to be the best of this. It can develop a lot of things though.
Mm. Uh, did you have a hobby as a child?
Do I have a hobby as
Child.
uh I don't I don't I don't remember what I have a hobby since I was child, but as a child, but I think it's reading, still reading because like kind of I started since I was really small and I still continue it. But I think it's reading.
Mm. And the last topic I want to ask you, so next week you ask me, is about internet. How often do you use internet in a day?
How often? I think that two. I think that's second on three of that. I know. I think it's 2/3 of the time, because the internet is the only way and the only things I got the material for studying from. Like as the internet have grown so a lot and everything we can kindly find on it, and I can only communicate with friends and find out what happened around my kind of my life, about my life, what happening around it, what's around it, about connecting with my friends. I think I will use it. I would use the internet to kind of connect everything together and find out the world outside through a really small screen of my laptop.
Do you have your own computer?
I don't have an old computer because it already broken, and the place I think where it is now is not in a trash bin because I think it may be recycled and it may become a new kind of a kind of a new part for other computer. My old computer is the computer I used since I was 5 years old in grade 5. In grade 5, no, at that time was kind of 8 years old, 9 years old, I think. I used that until I was ha, kind of used a lot. My mom also used it at her main things or her main equipment to work. So I then kind of uh broke it by somehow um because of the because of some problem with the viruses, and we broke it, and then I kind of have to wait a lot of time. I use my dad and my mom phone, and then at the kind of when I was in grade 7 or so, my mom bought me a new computer. And it was really lucky because at that time I was, and when it started with COVID, a lot price the price kind of just grow, and it was really expensive for computer, but I already have a smart computer which is very cheap, and I just love this.
So, what is your favorite website?
Can you please kind of just repeat your question?
What is your favorite website?
Favorite what?
Website.
Website? Mm, I think it's Facebook or YouTube really, because it was the main things I find out what is really happening around the world, and I find the material of study and connect with my friends on Facebook mostly. On YouTube, I can find out a lot of things I need.
Mhm. Do you think should be allowed unsupervised access to the internet? Do you think children should be allowed unsupervised access to the internet?
I think people, children can be allowed because, but it have to be under the parent supervision because it kind of, they may not control themselves because firstly, everything has their bad side and their good side, right? And while computer and internet can help them find out the really interesting and how to make kind of right their like develop their computer skills and a lot of other things, find out the material for studying and kind of entertainment. But if they kind of not control themselves and really curious and things that bad, it will come to a really bad way and it can ruin the children, kind of the children's study and ruin the children career for the future. So this have to be under the parents' supervision. So they can kind of know what the children's watching. Is it good for them or not? Kind of allow for some kind of things that can entertain them. And this will be good for them if they can do that.
Yeah, okay, so that's all the thing I want to ask you today. So, do you have any question for me?
So okay. Wait. Let's talk about your country, okay? Your country. So which part of your country do you want to live in?
Which part of my country I want to live in? Uh, I think is the urban in my country. Uh, because in my country, the urban is or the city in my country are very development nowadays. They have many modern facilities, many good taste dishes, and have many. I think it's many kind of benefits for uh, my daily life, like the beautiful clothes, about the cuisine, uh, the facilities, or in the city have many high buildings that makes me feel very comfortable.
Okay. So which makes you feel proud of your country?
Proud of. I think it's about the history, the history of my country. That is the thing that make me proud of. Uh, because in the past, uh, my country is Vietnam had this many uh, big country were in the world, like American or French, and I think Vietnamese are very brave and now they never give up. That makes me very proud of, and me too. I will never give up when I fight for me dream or something I want to do in the future.
Okay. So you know the history of your country very well.
Actually, although I'm very proud of about my country's history, but I don't know many things about the history of my country because, yeah, I'm a student of grade A in high school, so I'm not study or have time to know about or explore many things exciting about history. And my major at school are math, physics, and chemical. Yeah. And I don't have many time to know about Vietnam's history.
Okay. So will you stay in Vietnam in the future?
Here, of course, because Vietnam is the place that I was born and grew up. And now I don't have any plan to go to the abroad for study or living at a different country in the world. I just live working and studying in Vietnam.
Oh, okay. So how often do you read?
Read books? Uh, oh, rarely. Because I think I'm a kind of lazy person and don't like the kind of books that have many sentence or many words. I just like to read comics or some kind of manga and uh, the comics have many pictures on it in it and the second reason that I don't have many time to entertain for myself because I spend my time doing my exercises, my homework in the evening, and in the morning and afternoon I need to go to school to study, and I don't have many time for entertain myself. And yeah.
So do you have many books at home?
Mm, Let me see. Most of my books are comics and short story, but most of them are manga, and I don't have many books for reading. I just have some kind of books for history because, but uh, these there's book or from there's my mom's book. That's not mine.
Okay. So do Vietnamese people do enough reading in your opinion? So kind of mostly people in around the world will spend around more than nearly 1 hour to read books a day. So do you think Vietnamese people do enough to reading? Do enough reading?
No, I think uh, uh, they are Vietnamese people are very busy and don't have and they don't like to read books because I think nowadays the internet is very development and most of the people in Vietnam are search and find a document when they want to know something on the internet, and rarely I find the person buy a book, but sometime when I go out big road for in Hanoi, I find some other people read some kind of magazine or newspaper, but it's very rarely. Yeah.
Yeah. So what kind of people like reading and what kind of people don't?
What kind of books people like reading? I think it's a novel, and sometimes for a teenager, they like to read comics like manga or some kind of that comics. And nowadays, I think the people don't like to read some kind of newspaper because all information they need to know are on the internet, and they don't need to spend time to buy newspaper or magazine for uh, to know about that information. Yeah.
Okay. So, do you often sing?
See, uh, uh, when I sing for somebody, I feel very embarrassed and Uh, yeah, I just sing when it depends on my mood. Like when I have good marks or something is lucky with me in a day, I will sing a song for like with a beat very happy and uh, I and when I feel upset or something bad with me, I will uh, I will sing some for just for me, actually to listen uh, some sad story or some kind of lo-fi to relax. And after the time I feel stressed or under pressure.
So, when do you like to sing?
Hmm. Yeah. I think it depends on my feeling or my emotion at that time. Whatever. Whenever I feel happy, I would sing. For the other people, listen my voice. But it's not very good. Yeah, beautiful. And yeah, not that. That's all. I think so.
Okay. Well, so is it difficult to sing well?
No, I think. Oh yes, I think it is very difficult to have a great voice for to sing for somebody listen your voice. Because you need to spend time practicing your voice to have uh to improve your singing skill. And the secondly is you need to have the passion with music, and I think you need to listen to music and try to imitate the voice of the singer that at that song to improve uh, your voice, and it could make you sing better.
Oh, really? So, do you like watching TV program?
Yeah, very adore to watching TV program, but now I don't have time to watching a TV program with my family in the evening because now I'm in grade 11 and have many things to do in the evening. Uh, After I finish my lesson, I need to do my homeworks at school, ready for the next day. Uh, and don't have time to go up out downstairs with and spend time for my family.
Oh, what types of TV programs do you like to see the most?
Could you repeat your question, please?
What types of TV programs do you like to watch? Kind of see the most?
Uh, I think it's a film. I love to watching film on VTV because the film on VTV are very interesting and it could make me laugh because the content of the film are very uh, yeah, it's hard and yeah, it's very kind of interesting, and it could make everyone or uh, could happy and feel relaxed.
Oh, really? Okay. So, do to stick to one type of program all the time? Do you stick to one type of program all the time? Kind of just watch it?
Mm, I don't know. Stick all the time. I think I have in the past have a TV program that made me stick with it. Uh, that is Cartoon Network. Because when I was a child, I loved to watch cartoon, and when I go back home from school, always find to the television to turn on the TV and find a kind of cartoon for me to watch because it's very funny and the content is very interesting that make me laugh and feel excited after the school time very tired and very stressed.
Oh, okay. So, do you talk to your friend about the program watched by yourself?
Hmm. I used to talk with my friends about the TV program I watch. Hmm. That is about a program about mm, wrestling, about sport, and is related to wrestling. Do you know wrestling? A program is a WWE. Yeah, have you ever heard about that?
Yeah.
I remember that when I was in grade 3 in 20, uh, uh, 2015, that's kind of program very famous and most of the students or my friends in my class know about that program. So uh, I think most of the time when I have break time at school, I always talk with my friends about wrestling and the thing and the person I love most in that program is the Roman Reigns. He's very cool and very strong. That makes me very impressed.
Okay. Mm, so, what's your favorite color?
Hmm. My kind of favorite color is some some light color, and I think the color I love most is red. But I don't know about a reason I love red. I think uh, because but I think the reason I love the red color because the man with the red color in that body in his body they would feel very cool and it could impress the other people uh, but uh, another reason is uh, red color uh,
What
uh, yeah I don't know.
is that all? So, what colors are the walls of the rooms in your home?
That's right. White. Yeah, that's white color.
Hmm. Okay. So, do you prefer dark color or bright colors?
No, I don't like dark color, but sometime when something like auto motor or something like car with a black color, I think it's very cool and very luxury. But actually, I don't like black color because I hate or actually I scared about black color and a space and that is the reason in my room doesn't have any dark color because when I sleep I take a sleep I need to turn off to switch off my light and it's very dark so I don't think paint my room with a dark color is a good choice.
Oh, really good. So, is there any color that have special meaning in your country?
Color has special meaning. Yeah, I don't think I know about the answer to this question because has many color for Vietnamese and they uh is very diverse and yeah, the sky have many colors and it depends on your habit. Like someone like red color, someone like green, or someone like yellow. Yeah, I think in my country doesn't have any color does have special meaning for everyone.
So, is red a special meaning?
No, I think it's not. It
Kind of, really.
depends
I
on the
think red is the special meaning because kind of, firstly, is our country flag and is represent for Vietnamese bloods. Secondly, it is represent for lucky and other tradition things in Vietnamese. I don't know, but it's have a lot of things meaning in countries. So let's see. Um, do do people have different concepts of art, and why?
concept art. Actually, I don't know many things about art because my art are very ugly and it's not beautiful, so I don't like to read something. Yeah, and actually about concepts, I don't know about it too.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Okay, so Why are some artworks very expensive?
Hmm. Maybe an art, some arts are very expensive in the world because uh, no, let me see. I think is depends on his author, like and famous artist draw an art, and I think they will buy that art with um, costly cost. I don't know.
Oh, okay, so it's fine, really. So why do some people like to collect famous painting?
Hmm.
Why do some people like to collect famous paintings?
Uh, I think it depends on the people hobbies. Someone love to collect rock. Yeah, that's very rare. Or someone love to play sport, and someone love to singing or play musical instrument. And with the people famous painting around the world, I think it's yeah, it's for normal. Uh, but I think when you want to have that famous painting, you need to have many money, have much money, and yeah, kind of ready to hmm, yeah, ready to I think it's you need to uh,
No. Okay. So, what can art bring to life? What other things art bring to life?
could you repeat your question?
What art bring to life?
Bring to hmm, what art bring to life? Uh, I don't know. So could you skip to another question, please? Actually, I don't know many things now. Oh,
Okay, so what kinds of people use the computer more?
this computer more
What kinds of people use the computer more?
kinds of
Types of people who use computer more than other.
thing. The people who are who have their job in the office or sometimes it's about when you are business and you need to do your laptop or computer more to sometimes you could use it to find the document or get information for to improve your work and sometimes you could use it to just for entertain when you feel stressed or have many pressure and but I think um, you need to spend less time more before for your laptop uh, with that kind of person, uh, because I know that with businessman or someone at the office, they have many things to do and they need uh, their laptop computer. But when you spend a lot of time at these computer, I think it's not good for you for your health, because it could uh, uh, it's could make your eyes will less inflamed, and yeah, some kind of uh, destroy, destroy your health. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, really good. So do people living in modern countries use computer more than those living in developing countries? So developed countries here is Vietnam, kind of like Vietnam. While modern countries, they have high tech like Singapore, England, and especially what we're going to talk about is American, is the modern countries. While developing countries is like Vietnam, so Thailand, Cambodian, Com, Com, I think Cambo, Cambodian. I don't know how to.
You mean Cambodia?
Yeah, Cambodia. Like kind of them is they are developing countries like Vietnam.
Yeah, I think now around the world, whatever you in a country development or development, I think most of people have their own computer or an old laptop for themselves, because nowadays the technology is very development and most of the people need to have some kind of transport to uh, like mobile phone, laptop or computer desktop to use for many things. But I think the reason they use computer or laptop most is for entertain. Uh, and that I think entertain is the reason most of the people uh,
Okay.
yeah, the people had high demand for entertain, and someone like the person have the job outside or something is kind of businessman or manager. They need to use the computer to do their job in the day, like find document or to get information or uh, write some things on the Word, PowerPoint, or sometime or for more modern is used Canva. And yeah, that's all.
So, what do you think are the methods to prevent children from playing computer games?
Could you repeat your question, please?
What do you think are the methods to prevent children from playing games?
Hmm. I think nowadays it's very hard to uh, ban someone to play computer games because nowadays the technology is very development, and the children around the world have uh, to know. I think the children nowadays are know about the video games very early than my generation. I remember that with my generation, I just know about Superman or somewhat like uh, the action movies with superheroes. But nowadays, I think the children play video games very um, regularly, and they spend many time for that video games. And I think the matter to yeah, I think the method is the first method is uh, mm,
Okay, so should teachers be funny when they teach students?
could you repeat your question, please? Uh, so what is your question? Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can repeat it. So should teachers be funny when they teach students?
Hmm. Uh, yeah, of course. After the time on the lesson, I think in break time, teachers should be funny to be closer with their students, to have many memories for students around about the teacher, and it could make the students more comfortable and feel excited about that subject with their teacher.
Okay, so what quality should teachers have?
Hmm. Qualities teachers have. Hmm. Hmm. I think uh, the first teacher is no, no, let me remember. I think teachers should be calm and able to control their temper to
Okay, yeah,
uh,
what? Please.
to deal with the all kinds of student at school. And teacher, I think teacher must one more quality is teacher must be patient and need to be calm and be able to control the class, because I think teaching is a tiring and stressful job, so they need to be patient to deal with or the situation at school, uh, and they need to control the temper whatever situation it is.
Hmm, very good. So, which do you think is more important, practical skills or academic skills?
uh, I think this is a hard question with me, so just give another question, please.
So, which do you think is more important, practical skills or academic skills?
Practice, yeah, practice skill.
practical skills, things you use daily life, while academic skills is theory mostly. So, what do you think is more important?
I think it's the practical skill because I think you need to use that skill more than academic skill in real life. Like at school, teacher teach you that you need to have high academic skill for your for your life in the future. But if you just have high academic skill and don't know many things around about daily life, you will uh, find very hard to do something and don't have a good job when you grow up. And yeah, that's,
Oh, okay. So, which age group is the best at learning new things?
mm, uh,
Which age group do you think is the best at learning new things?
each thing.
Like learning things, learning new things.
Hmm. Hmm. I think is yeah, it depends on your their IQ. Like someone with someone who uh just see just I remember that sometime when I find on the internet when I found on the internet have many situations that just a kid like 6 or 7 years old, but I think they have a big brain with high IQ, so they could solve the problem very well and had high academic skill at school. Uh, and I think that's kind of genius. But with someone who are get older but don't know how to use a thing or don't know how to solve a problem clearly. Uh, yeah, I think that's kind of person will very hard to know about how to learn new things. So yeah, I think it depends on uh, are you a clever person, intelligent person, or no, and it is not depend on the age.
Okay, so do you prefer to watch live sport or watch it on TV?
Actually, I have never watched sport outside, and always watch football match on the television because yeah, my parents are very busy, and they don't want to use their money for buying the ticket outside to watch match that don't have many things, and they find and they think that watch on television. Uh, First reason is you don't need to spend money buying ticket, and the second reason is they think that when you watch on television at your house, you find comfortable and don't they will not feel crowded and noisy because my parents are very noisy place and crowded. So
No. Yeah, just continue.
no, that's all.
Okay. So, why do some people like to watch live sport?
I think because they love the atmosphere and that uh yeah uh yeah, the first reason is I think because they near to that stadium or some situation that they has much money, and the third reason is they very love that kind of sport, and they want to spend more time to watching that sport live. And yeah, and
Yeah, so is that all?
I think most of the person watch sport match live is about their passion. They love that sport very much, and they want to spend more time to watch their favorite club.
Okay, good. So, after this question, I think you can kind of we can kind of stop the conversation and you can do your own things, okay? So, what kinds of sport do Vietnamese people like to watch?
Oh,
Anything below this?
of course, is football
Yeah.
or soccer, because I don't know about the history of soccer very clearly. But I'm a person that loves soccer, and in this afternoon I have football match at school, like a competition. But my team was lost 7-0. It
Mm-hmm.
was too bad, and the reason I think the Vietnamese people love football most is about the Vietnamese football club are very strong in Asia, and they are more and more stronger nowadays. And the second reason is I think because they have passion. Vietnamese people have the passions with sport, but I don't know. Yeah, it's about Vietnamese people love to play or watch sport, but I don't know the reason why they love football most. I think because they found football is very interesting, and you could learn many things when you start to watch a football match, like your passing skill, how to shoot a, a ball, or yeah, that's all.
Okay, so you can we can end our conversation now because I heard that you have something to do at 9 o'clock, right?
Yeah, okay. So now goodbye. See you later.
Okay, so goodbye. See you next time.
Bye xong rồi. Bác ơi,
Bye bye. Bye.
bác Dũng ơi. Ôi giời, bác đi đâu rồi?
Bác xuống nhà.
Bác Dũng ơi.
Bác ơi.
Bác đi đâu rồi? Chào bác ạ.
Chào bác.
Chào Tú nha.